Okay, we got a Tansio Mirai. No, you've got two Tansio Mirai. I believe they're both 8 balanced armatures. This one is called the Tsmr 8, and the other one is called Tsmr Space. I've graphed them, and they are in fact different. One of them is very much like it's the Space, I think. That's very much like the V14. That hump and that little notch and that hump, so it reminds me a lot of like that, so I'm going to do a comparison. These look very, very beautiful. I've always been a fan of Tansio Mirai. I have not come across anybody that's ever had a QC issue with this company. Not in my comment section, which is where it would go if somebody was pissed off. They are upping their cap game, and as usual for Tansio, they've got, that's damn beautiful, man. It's a 2-pin. It's flush. It's got 3 bores, if I can see that correctly. Stem is slightly thick for some people. It is really, really beautiful. And there's your 3 switches. They do have effect, and they do adjust the bass slightly, and also the treble. I'll graph that. So that's what the buds look like. Very nice. Put that back in there. Cable that comes with it is, I would consider mid-level. It's beautiful, it's soft, it's not kinky, it's got the nice little, I doubt that's real leather. It's a 2-pin. It's got the markings on the side for LNR, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just had a set that didn't have that at all. Absolutely no indication of which side it was going on. It's the little things, and I had to get on YouTube and do a left-right check, and I was luckily right, but please put markings. So Tansio did that. Those are gorgeous. So this is the Tansio Mirai 8. That's what they're calling that. Very beautiful. Let me move you, keep you up in the corner because you're so beautiful. And this is the Tansio Mirai Space. And this is the one that graphs a lot like the V14, so if you're a fan of that, and then you look at this and you think, that looks kind of bonkers too. Yeah, the artistic boundaries that they're going towards with some of these IMs, some of them are just absolutely gorgeous. Dog. I'm not using a binaural mic like I do at the table, so that didn't sound good at all. It was behind me though. It's got like golden red flake. This is actually, I think the gold is just kind of bonkers, and I don't even like gold or wear jewelry, but that looks really dope. But this would be the one that sounds, it's a lot smaller than, there's the breather, there's the switches, and it's stock flush 2-pin. In its stock config, it is much like the V14. Does it have, I think the V14 is probably one of the most revealing and resolving. It's got 14 drivers, and more drivers doesn't equal better performance, but sometimes you can tell that there's a lot of drivers going on because they're handling everything. There's nothing getting lost. There's no like phase or crossover issues where you can tell that something's slightly missing. Like more drivers, if they're done well, kind of compensate for that. And then other times it's just an exercise in the driver wars. So this looks quite nice. This also comes, I believe, with the same cable. When I graph these two, I use the same cable, just for the hell of it. Foam tips and the same cable. So this pretty much looks like the same. There's the marking right there, right side. It's a decent cable. It's not bad. Simple presentation. I'm at the point in this hobby where I just want QC. Sound opinions are personal. They're dependent on library and personal preferences. Stuff coming as it's advertised and reviewed that's my biggest concern for all companies. the one that sends me stuff often. My Basso just had an issue. The Moondrop SSR. Moondrop's had a history with cable issues that I've documented long time. It's not a big deal because I switch cables, but that's just a quality control. It's like the thing I type the most. So this is the Tsmr 8-driver brothers. I'll be doing videos for these soon, so look forward to that. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I'm a fan of Tsmr generally because they don't go crazy. Like, there's not some that are just way out there. Fearless does that. I respect that they have creative, like they want to do stuff, and don't put me in a box, Mr. Man. Like, we're artists. Okay, well, some of them, like the S10 Genie, are magically not coming out of their vase because nobody wants them. Tsmr stays in a safe zone. That's good or bad. If you took 5 or 6 Tsmrs and you graphed them all and put them next to each other, you'd see very slight variations. They almost have a house sound. So I'll show the graphs when I do the videos. Again, one of them looks a lot like a V14, and the other looks good and unique in a way. Reminds me of something with that little hump, like the Anole, but not around AK, but that little late mids bump, and then it goes into the treble. It's kind of what this one's doing. So I'll do a full video pretty soon for one, or maybe I'll do both because they're both 8 drivers and from the same company. And I'm out. Shows live on stage for hoes yelling my name. To be precise, ripping mics is the light of my life. You frontin' like you try for never.